The story begins here. Some 3 years ago, these 75 acres of property in Huron Township, Michigan, located just a stone's throw from Detroit's Metro Airport, was purchased by a man who had a dream: to build a Christian church unlike any this area had ever seen.
I knew what we were to be. We were to be more than a building. God had put it in our heart several years ago that we are to be a training camp, a training center for warriors for the kingdom of God.
What began as a dream would soon become a nightmare. Although the property was zoned to allow a church, township officials made it clear from the beginning that they would oppose it.
The day we applied for a permit, they told us, and I heard them with my own ears, the trustees of Huron Township, they did not want a church here. They didn't want another church. They had all the churches they needed. They said, we would rather have a truck stop or a loading dock on that property. We don't want a church out there.
According to church officials, there are several reasons the township opposes them.
It is the last holdout of a lily white city in Michigan.
Discrimination against churches in general. We are a Christian church.
And I quote, "Good old boys have lost 75 acres of good hunting ground."
White supremacists who don't want blacks in this area.
The church has been in and out of courts these past 3 years, battling what they say is the township's systematic plan of harassment to prevent the church's construction and ultimately its completion. Harassment including issuing numerous violations for occupying the partially finished building, even though split occupancy permits are routinely issued in the building business. False allegations that church members were worshiping on dirt floors, that bathrooms were not equipped with running water, and that they were using outside toilets. According to church officials, without having the legal authority to do so, the township's police chief had the entrance to the church's property blocked and refused to allow the church to hold service or allow church personnel into their building. And just when things seemed bad enough, then came the showdown. After obtaining police permission to enter the church to conduct business, the pastor held a meeting with the realtor and potential buyer of 20 acres of their property the church needed to sell to raise the capital to complete the building project. The meeting was abruptly interrupted by several armed police officers and who else but the police chief, telling the pastors and the others to leave the building. This video was shot by a church official.
It's your option. You tell me what you want. No, you tell me what you want.
I have no idea. You do what you gotta do.
As the bystanders witnessed the pastor being handcuffed, a police officer is then heard threatening,
"The rest of y'all need to leave too. Everybody who stays is going the same place."
I'm going to walk out with him when he walks out.
Yeah, we're ready to leave.
After being intimidated into leaving, the church employee re-enters the property to check on the pastor and the others. Strange sounds come from behind these walls, and according to the pastor, he and the others witnessed these men in blue turn from public servants into private thugs. Pastor Johnston, with hands on his head, is being frisked before he is placed into the police car. After being arrested, the 67-year-old pastor was issued 2 tickets, one for illegally occupying the building and the other for resisting arrest. Pastor Johnston's plans to build the church of his dreams continue, and although he's finally been given access to the building, he's not allowed to conduct service and has to do so at a nearby hotel.
One thing we have come to realize is that the church is not the building, the church is the people. The building is a meeting house for God's church, and wherever the people are, that's where the church is.
Pastor Johnston plans to file a lawsuit against Huron Township asking for damages that just may end up making his dream even better. This is Phyllis Counts reporting for Christian Television Network.